recording, we're going to have to deal with that logistically. So as far as the recording, the exact recording, it only plays portions of that that are redacted that don't have anything to do about any polygraph.
Yes.
John, I reviewed his CD. I haven't seen nothing in there about no polygraph thing. I mean, he got a few discs that I done reviewed. I don't recall nothing about a polygraph in those discs. So I might introduce mine as evidence too. I want to hear what they got, because I got the same thing he got. I would assume, only he got something new he finna throw on.
Well, there's nothing new. There's
Well,
nothing new whatsoever. So
I don't recall.
We'll take it up when we get to it if we need to.
there was two different matters to alert the court. One on March 24th was Detective Clark, after he became aware of something Mr. Lanier had told the probation officer, Franklin Roebuck, and there was an interview there. Following that, someone, the polygraph was conducted. Detective Clark, as I understand and recall, conducted a further interview of him. And during that interview, it came up about the polygraph that I recall, at that time. And then in addition, on April 13th, in addition, on April 13th, 2011, there was an interview conducted with Detective Clark and Rebecca Harold, Rebecca Shaw at the time. And during that interview, on several different occasions, there was a mention of polygraph. So that particular disc, there would have to be some redaction. So it was mentioned, as I understand, on the second interview of Detective Clark, as well as the interview of Detective Clark, then Rebecca Shaw, now Rebecca Harold, that was conducted on April 13th, 2009. Okay?
So you don't plan to introduce it?
I do intend, most likely it may be proper to introduce those recordings, one, two, or all of them at some point. And if so, when they're played, we would need to have redacted versions of those, for those reasons is what I'm trying to say. So logistically, that'll happen. I don't expect it to happen to him, but I want to alert to the court that those are matters that this is the individual, I think, who was talking about pretrial and dealing with polygraphs that we basically we're not going to get into, we don't intend to get into, that there was a polygraph today. So,
What I do, I just listen to his. I got mine right here. This is the first one with Detective Clark, and this is the one I have this one with Detective Clark and Miss Rebecca. She was short at the time. So I just listen to his.
I believe what he's saying is he does not intend to play those.
well, I may play them, but
Okay.
not with this witness. It may be with a later
That's
witness.
what I was trying to say.
Yeah, it may be with a different witness later. But when that happens, we would need to have deal with the redaction. I just was alerting you to that.
Okay.
I might try to play myself just for impeachment purposes.
Well, then they would have to be redacted.
I mean, I've been listening. I haven't heard that about
Well,
the polygraph.
we'll take it up when we have to take it up.
Okay.
That's it.
Because I hadn't.
All right. See if they're ready, please.
Yeah. He raised his hand in. Again.
You can raise your right hand. Gotcha.
You may proceed.
We called Darius Lanier at Lanier, and raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give the court in this matter of State versus Jamie Donnell Hood will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but truth, help you God.
Yes.
Would you state your name for the jury, please?
Darius Omar Lanier.
You can just, no, slide up. You don't have to lean into it every time. Come a little bit closer, please. And that should be fine. Just talk from there. Thank you.
And how old are you, Mr. Lanier?
27.
And did you grow up here in Athens?
Yes.
And did you wind up obtaining your GED degree at some point?
Yes.
And when was that?
2008.
And what part of town did you grow up in?
Arlo.
Okay. And did you live at one time in the Paldo area, also known as Jack R. Wells housing area?
No. I just went to Boys and Girls Club there for a while.
I see. Now, did you come to know a person by the name of Amari Ray at some point being here in Athens?
Yes.
How did you know and come to know Amari Ray?
Through Jack R. Wells.
Okay. Were you close to Amari Ray, or did you just know him to see him on occasion being over there at the Jack R. Wells?
Yeah. Just know him through camp.
And how about Jadon Brooks? Did you know a person by the name of Jadon Brooks?
Yeah, I know them. I know them, yeah.
And how did you know Jadon Brooks?
Same through Boys and Girls Club. Part of.
The defendant, Jamie Donnell Hood, over here, did you ever meet him at some point?
Yes.
And where was that you met him, sir?
Through his brother.
His younger brother or older brother?
His younger brother.
Okay. And is Mr. Hood, how was he in your age and his age? Is he older or younger?
Yeah, older.
So you a good bit older, somewhat older?
Yeah.
Now, right now, you're housed in the Clark County Jail, is that correct?
Yes.
And why are you in jail right now, sir?
I'm in jail because
What charges do you have? I should be specific.
some driving charges and I think some felony eludings.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, let me go back to March of 2011. Do you remember a time during that month of March of 2011 hearing something about Jadon Brooks being kidnapped and officers being shot? Do you remember that time?
Yes.
And during that time, did you have any connection to the facility called DRC?
Yes.
And what was that facility, sir?
I guess like a drug rehab facility for probation.
And were you on probation at that time?
Yes.
And as a condition of probation, did you have to go to the DRC?
Yes.
And when you went to the DRC, how long did you go there each day and stay there overnight, or was the one you just stayed during the day, or just stayed during the night?
From like 8 to 5, had like a lunch break.
And while you were there from 8 to 5, what would y'all do during that session at all?
Take classes and do community service and just take classes and,
Okay. And did you know a person by the name of Franklin Roebuck?
yes.
And who was that?
He was my probation officer at the time, my counselor probation officer.
And at some point, right after you heard about this happening to John Brooks and the two officers, did you wind up coming into the DRC one morning and talk to Mr. Roebuck about what had happened to you the night before?
Yes.
And at that time, where were you actually staying and living at that time?
I was staying at my grandmother's house,
And where was that located?
off Freeman Drive.
And that's where you would spend the night, is that correct?
That's where I was staying.
That was your stay.
Yeah.
And during the day, you go to DRC and then come back to your grandmother's house?
Yeah.
And when you came in and spoke to Mr. Roebuck, what did you tell him?
I just told him that I had contact with Jamie and, had
when had you seen, Mr. Hood prior to you telling that, Mr. Roebuck? Was that the night before or some other time?
Like that same morning, that night, that morning, before I went to class.
About what time was that
I don't
you
know.
saw him?
I don't know, I believe like he came like at 1, probably left around about 4:30, something like that.
And you said he came, where did he come?
He came to my grandma's house.
Freeman Drive?
Yeah,
And, were you asleep at the time he arrived?
yes.
Well, how were you, become aware that he was there at the house, or he came to the house?
Like he knocked on the door.
And were you the one that answered the door?
Yes.
And when you answered the door, did you see him outside?
No,
And, well, how did you know he was there?
I didn't know anybody was there. I just heard somebody knocking on the door. And I looked out the peephole and it was like pitch black dark. It was raining and outside or whatever. So I didn't really pay attention to. I thought the light bulb on the front porch maybe went out. I opened the door. He was standing in the door.
And did you find out what had happened to the light?
Yeah, he unscrewed it.
He unscrewed the light?
Yeah.
And, when you saw them there, saw him outside your door, what happened then?
Told him to come in, get out the rain.
And then what happened?
Like I said, he just, just went to talking about just talking. He was kind of filthy or whatever. Gave some clothes.
When you say he was kind of filthy, what was he wearing at the time he came in, and what do you mean by filthy?
Like jeans and t-shirt. He was like filthy, like he been rolling around in the dirt or in the mud or something. So, I gave him some clothes and gave him something to eat and, just try to comfort him.
What kind of clothes and, did you give him? You remember what you gave him?
Shoes, jeans, t-shirt, and a coat.
And, you gave him some food as well?
Yeah.
And at that time, can you tell us what else you saw and what else you heard from him?
He was just, real shaken up, like, just shaken up, talking about what had happened with the police and how he, had shot 2 officers and, he, just like, kind of like sorry for it, but at the same time, it was like he was, trying to get some revenge on some more people and do some more crazy shit, talking about just crazy stuff. And I was just really just trying to get him to think about his brother.
Now, did you see any kind of weapon? Did he have any kind of weapon?
Yeah, he had a gun.
What did he have?
I don't know, it was a gun.
And, what color was it?
Can't remember, black, silver, I can't remember.
Can't remember. Do you know what kind of caliber it was, or do you have any idea?
I don't know. I would rather 40, I don't know. It was a pretty big gun.
Did he talk to you about whether it was loaded at all, whether it had any ammo in the gun?
Yeah.
What did he tell you?
Basically just saying he had some more shots.
And at some point, did he put the gun down on the table?
I'll check that lead.
Did he hold the gun the whole time, or did he ever put it down?
Well, he put it down, but he ain't never put it like in my arm reach. But I think he set it on he had it sitting on his leg on the sofa.
Did he ever point it at you?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Basically, like I said, he was talking, we was talking, and he was telling me
brother Matthew?
Yeah, they had Matthew locked up and Jamie was on the run, and I was just like, instead of you thinking about trying to get revenge, you might need to think about turning yourself in and make sure Matthew okay, because that's, my friend, like, he's a good person, so, I was trying to tell him that, and I don't know, like I said, it was raining outside, thunder and lightning and stuff, and I don't know, I guess he got startled or something, scared or something, and he just put a gun in my face, and he was like, you trying to set me up? I was like, no, he was like, told me to go get the phone out my grandma's room, he was like, I'll kill her, I'll kill you, I'll kill you. I'm like, damn it, man, it's me. Like, I won't do that. So he made me walk, like, put the gun to the back of my head and made me walk to the front door, open the door. I didn't know if somebody had followed him or if somebody was actually outside, so I was kind of scared. So I opened the door, there was nobody there. And, he still had the gun on me. And I just really had to talk to him, just let him know that he was safe and that, he could put the gun down, that, it wasn't what he thought it was.
Did he ever talk to you about Jadon Brooks?
He was just saying that, that he had got out of the trunk or something, and, he had him in the trunk or something. He was saying, like,
What else did he say about that? You recall?
just that he had him in the trunk, that, he jumped out of the trunk or whatever, that, basically.
And do you ever say anything about Omari Ray?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Just saying, like I was saying, like I was telling him about, turning himself in, trying to, get Matthew out the charges. Because he was, like I said, he was talking kind of crazy, just, want to get revenge. And I was like, if you get killed trying to get revenge, then Matthew's going to do this sentence for you. You need to think about Matthew. And then, he was like, you're right. He was like, I'm gonna free Matthew. He was like, I'm gonna free another guy, Chris Sanders. He was like,
What do you mean, Chris Sanders?
yeah, I was like, he just, like, he was like, he had told everybody that Chris had killed Omar. He was like,
Who had said that?
Jamie. He was like, he was gonna let everybody know that he did it. He was gonna free Chris and free Matthew, and,
Then who did it? Who did he say killed Omari?
he said he did.
Did he tell you why or how it happened?
He was just like, he didn't tell him what he wanted to know.
Did he say what it is that he wanted Omari to tell him?
Basically just, about the, trying to, get revenge on the guy Ken or whatever.
Ken, do you know who Ken was, the name?
Yeah, Ken Cameron. Trying to, I guess, find him and find out where he was at, and I guess Omar didn't want to tell him, and he said he killed him.
Did he say why he was upset with Ken Campbell?
I don't recall. I know it was just something about some beef in the streets, some drugs or something like that. I don't recall.
Did he tell you anything at all about Jadon Brooks, about whether anybody was with him or whether he was by himself?
I don't know. Like I said, he didn't say. He just said that he had him in the trunk, put him in the trunk, and that somehow that Jadon got out of the trunk, and that was, that was it.
And you recall basically speaking to Agent Rebecca Shaw and Detective Clark on April 13, 2011?
Yeah,
You remember that being recorded?
yeah.
purpose, I can, do that. Otherwise, in that regard, and that'd be the proper way to do that.
Objection overruled.
Can I be heard on that, please?
Yes.
He can ask, not legally say, he can ask him, did he hear about it? He's not asking. He's on direct, he's not on cross. He can ask about it. He's referring to something that Rebecca Salter said, and he hadn't even played it, or he hadn't even said that about it. That's what the base of my objection was, because it's come off as leading.
The objection's overruled.
Well, not to my knowledge, like I said, it's been like 4 years, but I just know he was just saying that he got out of the trunk and, you know, he didn't tell me who was with him or who John was with. He just said that he had him in the trunk when he got out.
You understand that statement with, Agent Shaw and Detective Clark was recorded?
Yes.
And right now, you don't recall basically him saying anything at all about the IRS boys?
I mean, he maybe did, but like I said, like, I can't just recall. It's been 4 years, and then I had a gun in my face, so it's like I wasn't really worried about who was, like, I wasn't, my mind was somewhere else. My mind was on keeping myself safe and keeping him calm, and him killing me and my grandmother. So, like,
Yes, sir. And, you recall basically him talking to you about the gun that he had and the gun basically he used to shoot the officers?
yes, he was just like, you know, from my understanding, I think that it was the same gun, or he said that it was another gun, you know.
You don't recall exactly?
No, not exactly what it said.
You remember him saying anything at all about a Superior Court judge?
You know, he was saying a lot of off the wall stuff at first, you know. At first he was just like talking crazy, like, you know, like he wanted to just get revenge on anybody who ever heard him. He talked about, you know, like I said, talking about mostly about Ken. He was like, you know, he wanted to get the judge who sentenced him, you know, he was talking about, you know, if he couldn't get the other guy, that Ken, that he was gonna try to get his mom or get his sister, or, you know, he was talking about, you know, really killing anybody, you know. He made a comment about, you know, killing his daddy, you know, anybody who got in his way or just wanted him to do what he didn't want to do. He was gonna, you know, and I was like, you know, just trying to keep him calm and just think sane and, you know, just think about Matthew and just, you know, just look at what's real and, you know, how he felt at the time was just like crazy, but I was trying to just keep him sane and just think about what was real and who was for him or whatever.
In addition to your grandmother, who else was there at the house on Freeman Drive?
My 3-year-old daughter,
Did she ever wake up, or was she in sleep the whole time?
yeah, she woke up at one point in time. She was on this, actually on the sofa. She was on the other sofa, like 2 sofas in the house. She didn't like wake up until like he like put the gun on me or whatever. And I was kind of like when I got him calmed down or whatever, when he went in the bathroom or whatever, I got her back to sleep. She didn't really, I don't guess she understood what was going on, but yeah, I got
bike before he came in the house at all, or you just saw it after he left?
After he left.
And after all that, at some point, you went to DRC as you were scheduled to do?
Yes.
And was that the day that you talked to your probation officer, Mr. Roebuck?
Yes.
And after that, did you speak with Detective Clark?
Yes. Yes.
Detective Clark there at the DRC?
Yes.
And did you wind up speaking to him again and give a statement to him?
Yes.
And then later on, the next month, did you give a recorded statement with him and Detective or Agent Shaw?
Think so, yes.
Now, after you spoke to Mr. Roebuck and told him about this, and Detective Clark, did you wind up watching TV and seeing the defendant, his capture and surrender?
Yes.
At the time you saw him, did you recognize any of the clothing he was wearing?
Yes.
And some of the clothing he was wearing at that time, how were you able to recognize it?
Clothes I gave him.
Just one moment. Did Mr. Hood leave any clothes there at that residence there? Okay.
Yes.
And what happened to those clothes?
I think the detective got him.
Was that Detective Clark, you know, or do you remember?
I don't know.
Okay. Let me show you what's been marked as state exhibit number 737. You recognize that particular item, sir?
Yes.
And is that an item that you, a letter that basically that you wrote while at the jail a little more than a month ago?
Yes.
Was that addressed to me?
Yes.
And at that time, did you give it to one of the deputies to have it delivered to me? Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
And at that time, did you want basically to make some sort of deal with me for your exchange of your testimony?
I mean, yes.
So there's no deal in exchange of your testimony, isn't that correct?
No.
I mean, is that correct?
Yes.
And what you told us here, is that what you told the police pretty much back in 2011?
What do you mean?
What you told here today,
Oh,
is
yes.
that what you told the police back in 2011?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Across the town.
So did they get any evidence? How could he said state exhibit?
Mark, that's not it, did it?
I don't have any objection. We can enter the evidence, I think. It's a matter of
introduce him, I was gonna introduce him. So that's why I asked him what his exhibit number was what his exhibit was that had to be introduced, because this will show why he on this stand saying what he's saying. I mean, I would ask that the whole entire thing be, introduced because pertaining to Jamie Hood, this is the focus of this letter. But I think I have a right to cross-examine him on this, for credibility, it goes to his credibility and also his character. So, I would ask that it be introduced. They introduce, or I do it. I got a copy of the same exact thing, but I'd rather, much rather they do it than me, but I still can't.
Anything else, Mr. Marlowe?
Yeah. Judge, just one moment, sir. This is what he wants to put in. We go into it all, and I would not have any objection on it, but he'd be subject to clarify what some of these matters mean. But we were gonna understand our concern about putting it in ourselves.
I do. Right. There's a right to it, and of course, it goes in its entirety, it is what it is, I mean.
I have nothing to hide here.
So, we can simply bring the jury back in and tell them that, do you want to move for it to be admitted, or just, y'all both give me an announcement, decide to stay
Well,
like this?
I can, I'd already based it here, I'll be glad to tend to that judge and do that. And if he has no objection, he's indicated he has no objection, then, then that's fine. We'll just make sure he understands the ramifications of it all.
You still want it in?
Yes, sir. Have been hide here. I'm all game.
Had a chance to talk with Ms. Herbert, any questions that
Yeah.
we can discuss with her more?
What is it that is, Your Honor?
737.
Okay, so it's been tendered, so I can ask him questions off of it.
Hasn't been tendered, it's been identified.
Okay, I can ask him questions, I mean, we just ask him questions off, could I ask him questions off of it? Just like it is, it's been identified, I can cross-examine him on what have been identified. He could just ask him questions off.
I don't know what the questions would be, but
Go into the content without it being admitted, to that extent. And I think that's the question. There was a reason I was not tendering that, other than I asked him what his intent was by that, and basically there was no use. But all that being said, that's
question. I don't know what you're going to ask.
I was going to ask questions pertaining to this.
I don't want to know what you're going to ask.
Well, you know what? Hey, I ain't got nothing to lose, Judge. I mean, I do understand Ms. Herbert, but I don't have nothing to lose here. It's all about the truth. I mean, the jury I can't make them go yay or nay. So it's all about the truth with me. I can't stop people from doing what they're doing. I can only control what I can control.
So are you want Mr. Malden to follow through and admit 737?
see, if I get you a question and we got to go back out and here we go again. You know, that's what I'm trying to do, trying to get it done. I'm trying to really get it done. Well, I tell you what, Judge. They can't talk about me no worse than what they are. We're going to admit that thing in there. Can't get no worse.
Ms. Davis, would you hand that back to Mr. Malden, please? We will bring in the witness and then bring in the jury.
Yes. And then, of course, once we're finished, we would need to send him out so he can be escorted out.
Well, but he's got to cross-examine.
No, after the cross-examination.
Okay, check and see if they're ready.
Absolutely, I understand. I totally understand. I've been walking. So I've been walking around.
All right, come in. First.
No, thank you. It's all yours.
No, we would tender state number 737 into evidence at this time.
Any objection?
No, sir, Your Honor.
737 is admitted.
I would like to use the exhibit, please, sir. Can y'all hear me over there?
Yes.
Afternoon, Mr. Lanier.
What's going on?
There's Lanier. That's your whole name, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you also go by the name Nick Bean?
Yeah.
When did you first meet me?
I don't know, I think I was a little boy. From about 8 or 9 years old, maybe 10.
You were 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah.
What, we had about 1995, 1996, somewhere around now, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Isn't it true that me and my family took you in? You start staying with us, you start living with us. Isn't that true?
Yeah, it's true that your mom and your daddy played a significant role in my growing up.
Okay. Isn't it true that your own mama left you and abandoned you, and my mom and dad and our family took you in?
Not abandoned me, but I was rebellious and I just didn't want to stay with her. I felt more comfortable with your family.
Okay. So she knows what you were before we got you.
Now, that's argumentative, and I would object to it.
I used to pick you and back you up when y'all were little, take y'all to the Grand Slam when y'all were small. Isn't that true?
Yes.
Did I ever put my hands on you or ever hurt you in any type of way?
Not when I was young, no.
Okay. Make sure you were fed and clothed. Isn't that true?
I ain't gonna go to that extent, but you was all right.
Looked out for you. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
How can I look out for you and show you goodness, and you come here and lie on me? How can you do that?
That's argumentative, Judge, and I would object to it.
Sustained.
Like the objection was sustained, there's not a question in front of you.
Mr. Lanier, I showed up over your house on March 24, 2011. They looked for me in that manhunt. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
You and your grandmama was there. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
Don't your grandmama know me?
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't it true that we talked about some reward money when I got to your house?
I can't recall that.
Then we talked about that $50,000, me, you, and your grandmama. Then we talked about that.
No.
We did.
No.
Mr. Lanier, you had an interview with Detective Clark, isn't that right?
Yes.
That interview was recorded, audio recorded, isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay. Isn't it true that during that interview you talked about, you were telling Detective Clark you wanted that $50,000 reward money?
Yeah, I told him that.
Isn't that your primary reason for calling the police to talk about Jamie Hood because you want that reward money?
No, my primary reason because Jamie, you put a gun in my face and threatened to kill my grandmama and run my child.
Okay. Why would I put a gun in your face, in your grandmama's face? You had never done that to me.
Because
You can't say why the defendant did something, that's speculation.
Okay. Do you have any witnesses that seen me allegedly put a gun on a little kid and your grandmother?
I ain't never say he put a gun on my child or my grandma. I just said he threatened to kill her, and he made me go get the phone out her room and walk around the house with a gun to my back of my head, opening all the doors.
Why are you here testifying on me? Why are you here?
I mean, I just wanted to be over with.
Okay. Isn't it true that you're here to make you a deal to get out of jail?
No.
So
I'm here because I was subpoenaed to come here.
did you write the DA and tell him that you want to come testify and he help you out?
I mean, yes, but I already know that I have to come testify anyway.
How many times in your interview did you mention that reward money to Detective Clark?
I don't know, a few times.
So you did tell me you want that reward money pertaining to Jamie Hood. Isn't that true?
Fuck the reward money. If I could have got a chance, I would have killed you, Jamie.
Why you didn't kill me when I was in the house with you?
Because you had a gun and I was defenseless.
Okay. Why would you wanna kill me and I ain't never done that to you?
He put a gun in my face and threatened to kill my grandma in front of my child.
Okay, so is that what me and your grandma were talking about, that reward money? Or you talking about killing
My
James?
grandma didn't never say anything to you.
Oh, she did?
Wait just a minute. And let him finish his question, then answer it. While he's answering it, wait till he asks another question.
So you mean to tell us, during your interview, you didn't say, me and my grandmother and I talked about reward money. You never did mention that.
I mean, before you even came there, and after the fact that you came and left, and that she had been questioned about the police, we had discussed it, being that I told her what was being said when you was in the house, but she didn't have no reason, we didn't have no reason to give you up to the police, because like I said, I was trying to help you. That didn't cross my mind until you did what you did.
Did you tell Detective Clark that Jamie trucked me enough to come over there and he didn't call his mom nobody? Did you tell Detective Clark that during your interview, I trust you to the point I come over there for I trust you?
Yeah, you trusted me enough to come in there, and yes.
Isn't it true that I was over your house the day before the police you there?
Couple days, yes.
Was it the day before I was over to your house? The day before the police shooting incident happened, March 21st, 2011, when I was over your house?
Say about 2 days before that, yeah.
Why would I be over your house for if you want to kill me and you don't like me?
I mean, I ain't never say I didn't like you. I mean, to the point to, and to what you did, put me in an awkward situation by putting a gun in my face and threatening to kill my grandma in front of my child and doing all that. That's led up to the point of me not caring if you live or die.
Okay. Now, Mr. Lemire, was you trying to testify for the state while y'all here robbing, stealing, and killing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, how many felons do you have on your record, felon conviction you have?
That's not, that's the proper way to do that. Is
I have,
Wait just a minute, objection.
I don't have to object if he has the proper mechanism to do that, to reach in within the car, I don't have any objection to that, but this is not the proper way to do it.
I'll sustain the objection.
Have you ever been convicted of felony?
8 years ago.
8 years ago. Was you convicted of a person possession, manufacture, distribute, or sell marijuana?
8 years ago.
So your last conviction was 8 years ago?
Felony conviction, yes.
Okay. Was you convicted of possession of cocaine with intent to distribute?
8 years ago.
And again, I don't have objection, but I think the proper way is to look like a copy of that conviction. If he does, then I would have no objection to that, because I think that's the proper way to do that.
Objection sustained.
Yeah, I think I had something on that. I thought Federal Rule 609, Georgia Rule of Evidence 24609, for prior conviction of the impeachment, and I can go into that up under 609.
I've sustained the objection. If you've got a certified copy of the conviction, show them to Mr. Morgan.
And I also like to state this for the conviction, for the record, for the objection. The existence of pending criminal charges may be relevant in which the witness partiality may be exposed by proof of that he hopes to benefit in related cases from with his cooperation. See,
You haven't
Kingsman
answered-
versus State.
You haven't answered that question.
Okay, fine, fair enough. Ms. Lanier, do you have any pending charges on you right now, sir?
Yes.
Could you tell us what those are?
Felony eluding, and mostly some driving charges and, I think attempt in the possession charge, which I'm falsely accused for.
Is it true that you charged with possession of weed less than 1 ounce, obstruction, fleeing attempt to elude, reckless driving, stop sign license required for possession of cocaine? So you didn't mention cocaine. Are you charged with possession of cocaine right now?
I said possession, yes.
But you didn't say cocaine, did you?
I didn't say weed neither.
Okay, but are you charged with possession of cocaine, Mr. Lanier?
Yes, I am charged with it, but it's not mine, and I was in a ride with someone, and they was in their car, and those people are owning up for their charges.
Mr. Lanier, didn't you just write the prosecutor asking him to help you out on the deal from Victor James Hood if he dropped your charge, Mr. Lanier?
Yes.
I'd like you to look at State Exhibit 737, sir. Right, please. Could you read your letter you wrote to Mr. Moore concerning Jamie Hood and dropping your charge?
Say,
He's not gonna have,
But can I have him read it out loud?
no, sir. They can read it, you can publish it, you can ask them questions about it.
All right,
He's not gonna-
I do that, just that. In your letter, did you say to Mr. Ken Moore, Ken, Jamie has a defense to make all the people in the house he had hostage before he surrendered look like fools and liars?
yes,
You put that in your letter. Did you state in your letter, he might walk on the Omar Ray murder? I can get you your conviction, but I need your help first.
yes.
Could you tell the jury what you mean? I might walk on the Omar Ray murder, but you needed help, that Mr. Marvel needs your help. Could you explain that, please, sir?
Like I said, like you just said, you might be freed on Omar killing, and I need your help because the guy that I was in the car with, he's trying to blackmail me, being that he know that I had to come and testify against you, and he's been using that against me to say that if I said that, somebody tried to rob him and he shot them, that he would take his charges and all of the above, basically trying to get me to lie for him. And which I did, which I was gonna do for you until I, keep hearing people tell me I'm gonna die and, threats against my life, and I'm like, go for it.
Mr. Lanier, has Jamie Hood ever called you and threatened you?
Not, but at one time he put that gun in my face and threatened to kill my grandma.
Okay, Mr. Lanier. Have I called you the last, after these charges happened, have Jamie Hood called you and threatened you in any type of way?
I ain't talked to you, but, street talk, I've been hearing a lot of people, a lot of threats, but, none directly from you. I haven't talked to you since then.
Okay, but you haven't heard no direct threat from Jamie Hood, sir?
No.
Okay. Now, let's get back to your letter, please.
Okay.
To Mr. Moore. How long ago did you write Mr. Moore this letter? Mr. Moore this letter?
I don't know, like a month or two ago.
Right before trial, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, Mr. Lanier, did you state in your letter, I can get you your conviction, but I need your help first. I will go on stand and tell the court the truth. Why would you tell Mr. Moore that you can help him get a conviction, but you need his help? How do you need Mr. Moore to help you for you to testify against me?
Because, like I said, I lied when I just got arrested for the dude. And I told the police that I didn't witness anything, I didn't see anything, which I did. And he was using the fact that he know that I had to come testify against you to his benefit to try to make me lie for him. And, you know, like I said, I was gonna come up here and lie for you. But, everybody already saying that they gonna kill me, you gonna kill me, and threats already. So I'm like, you know, my loyalty to my family, which is my grandmother and my child, you feel me? So, like, I can't lie.
But you saying you feel, why would you come lie for me? And you say you want to blow my head off or kill me?
I mean, you know, just,
That would be an improper question, the form of the question, and was it a compound question?
You stated you wanted to kill me a while ago. You had a chance to kill me, you'll kill me, that's correct?
yeah,
Well, why would you want to go lie for me? You want to kill me?
just for the love, for the respect, and your family, your mama and your dad and Matthew. I was gonna come up here and make myself seem like a liar, like ain't nothing happened. You didn't put a gun in my face. You didn't threaten to kill my grandmama. That I made it all up. But
Well, how could you have lawyers for my mom and dad? You talking about killing their son?
you talking about killing my grandmama and killing me? I mean, you don't give a fuck about me.
Why'd you lie?
How I'm lying? I mean, come on, you know what you did, Jim.
Okay, I can't argue with you.
Let me tell you, I don't want to hear descriptive language. You understand?
Yeah.
Unless you're quoting somebody else that said something. Okay?
Now, Mr. Lanier, did you state in your letter, to my best knowledge, and they will believe me after all, I'm the one who helped Hood, and you know how he repaid me. What do you mean you helped me? How did you help me do something? Please explain.
I gave you clothes, I fed you, I gave you, I the one that told you to turn yourself in when you was talking about trying to kill Ken, and you wanted to get over there and rape his sister and kill his mama. I'm the one that told you to think about your little brother before you get yourself killed, and he do a life sentence because of you. I'm the one that sat there and prayed with you when you was so eager to leave the house and ready to do some BS. I'm the one that told you when you turn yourself in, call your mama or call me, and we'll get the news people there so you can be able to turn yourself in and you won't have to worry about the police killing you. I mean, I did everything that a friend's supposed to do, and you repaid me by putting a gun in my face and threatening to kill my grandmama in front of my child.
Mr. Lanier, did you just tell the jury you were willing to come here and tell some lies?
To help you out, yes.
So you are a liar. You admit that you know you're a liar.
I mean, I'm not perfect.
Likewise. Now, Mr. Lanier, did you state in this letter, the situation I'm being held without bond, but probation hold. So, is it safe that you trying to use me as a get out of jail free card?
I mean, no.
So you mean to tell her you ain't here to use Jackie Hood so you can get back out there and sell the cocaine and run some more stop signs and run from the police and kill folks?
I mean, no.
They say, hey, I'd like you to go look at your letter right here, Mr. Lanier, sir.
Okay.
Wait a look. I'd like you to look right in this last paragraph right here, please.
Okay.
All right. Did you tell Mr. Moore in the letter that you wrote that what I want, all charges dropped, possession of weed less than an ounce obstruction, fleeing attempt to elude, reckless driving, stop sign, license required, possession of cocaine, also the probation hold to be uplifted, and my unsupervised probation be back reinstated. I want to be released from the Clark County Jail as soon as I get done from testifying and get back to the county jail. Last but not least, I need my attorney present to document our deal before I step foot in the courtroom. Did you say that in your letter, Mr. Lanier?
Yeah.
Could you explain to the jury why you said those things to Mr. Mullen right here?
I said them because, like I said, I already know that I had to come to court, testify, and you know, like I said, the dude that I got arrested with, he's trying to use stuff against me because he know that I gotta come to court for you, and basically trying to extort me, telling me if I didn't go along with what he said, that he was gonna make it seem like that he wasn't gonna take his charges, accept responsibility for his stuff, and have people retaliate against me because I had to come stand trial against John Wood. So I felt like Ken could help me out on the situation, and you know, that's why I wrote the letter.
So you mean to tell us a professional district attorney wouldn't have used somebody out of prison just to get a conviction?
That's argumentative.
It's the truth, Judge. She said if he got it,
I'm gonna sustain the objection.
are you telling us that the prosecutor wasn't willing to let you get out of jail, know that you were convicted of crime, just to convict Jamie Hood?
No.
Do you feel like it's some integrity, some problem right there, Mr. Lanier?
That's argumentative. That's an improper question.
Mr. Lanier, I would like to see what you said in your courtroom. Did you say, who is your attorney supposed to document the deal? You got no paper with you?
I don't have an attorney. I haven't, this is my first time coming to court since I've been arrested. This is my first time speaking to Ken.
Did you state in your letter that you want to have your attorney present?
I stated that I wanted to have a attorney present because I know how the legal system can cross your words up and use, you know, like they lied and said that I rode a bike and testified, told the police that you came to my house, which wasn't true. So it's like, you know, I wanted to make sure that if anything happened that I had some type of legal representation.
So you wanted some legal representation to close out the deal, to help convict Jamie Hood so they can put you back on the street so you can hurt somebody?
I mean, I ain't hurt nobody. I ain't got none violent crimes on my record, never. I ain't never had no violent crimes. I work every day. Matter of fact, I mean, I'm certified welding. I don't get in trouble like that. I've been out of prison for 8 years. I haven't had a conviction in 8 years. I've been on unsupervised for 4 years. I don't get in trouble like that.
Okay, Mr. Lanier, but you are you locked up now for?
I'm locked up
for what?
I'm locked up for catching a ride from working with somebody, and he shot somebody on our way to the house, and he's trying to blackmail me just because he know I had to come testify against James Wood to say that them people tried to rob him. In actuality, he just shot somebody because.
Okay. Where the possession of weed come from and the possession of cocaine come from?
That's those are all his charges. Like I said, I was just getting out of work. I called him for a ride, and he jumped out of his car, and he didn't own up for his drugs, so they charged 4 of us with the drugs, and that's why I got charged with it.
Okay, Mr. Lanier, I want to bring your attention to some of your letters, sir, right here. You see, let's go from right here to the end right here.
Okay.
Sir. I think you got a little computer. You can look on it right there so you can see it right up close to the person, sir. You see it?
Yes.
Let's go. I need an attorney present. Did you say in your letter, I need an attorney present to document our deal before I put in the courtroom? No games.
That part's been answered.
I'm sure you said that. Fine, fair enough. Okay. After you said that you need an attorney present, did you state in your letter, no games? I assure you my testimony will get you your conviction for Omar. My life and my family's lives depend on me getting out today. Did you say that in your letter to me?
Yes, I did say that. Yes, I did. Because like I said, I don't have no reason to lie. Like I said, I was gonna lie for you, but then, you know, after all the threats and all the stuff that I've been getting and receiving about this case, like, you know, why would I have to come up here and lie? I mean, they already know that you came to my house and I helped you. I I mean, they know that I clothed you, I fed you, I tried to give you some good words and advisement, so, and you paid me by putting a gun in my face and threatening to kill my grandmama, so, like, why would I?
I'm like something just from here. Did you and Detective Clark talk about the reward money during your first interview with him?
Yes, we did.
That has already been asked and answered. I think you covered that before.
May I be heard on this, Jim? I didn't, see, I got it written down. I hadn't talked about him, Detective Clark. I was talking about him, Mr. Grumble first. Okay.
Just ask that.
All right, you know, I like to play this video that parts of this video of his interview with Detective Clark. I mean, I have it. And I don't have to play the whole thing. I got the exact times. So it's not like it's a time waster. I got all the time down that he said the things that he said. And I would like to play it for the viewers so they can see for themselves what we really said.
You would have to be admitted into evidence, and you have to lay the foundation.
Okay. Ms. Lanier, on March 24, 2011, did you have an interview with Detective Clark?
Yes.
Okay. Was that interview recorded when he interviewed you?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever had time to listen to that interview?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. And we talked about reward money, and we talked about, you were telling the Detective Clark, we talked about the manhunt, reward money, and several other things, is that correct?
Yes.
Now, I'd like to send in the evidence, Mr. Lanier and Detective Clark interview that was recorded as defendant exhibit, what is 16, 17, what the last one is?
Small.
I think that's the foundation for that DVD. I think it has to be one where this particular witness basically would indicate that he listened to that and that is a true and accurate record of that particular interview at that time in order for it to be laid the foundation. We deal with that. At the appropriate time, when the foundation is laid, I don't have any objection to it. In fact, that may be a matter that we'll be offering to that.
Well, Your Honor, he did say he listened at it. He just stated he listened at it.
It was not the entire foundation. It's very, I'm going to sustain the objection to the admissibility of that at this point.
Okay, well, I can have him up with a recall, try to get it squared away then.
Well, that's.
So, Mr. Lear, where were you when you listened at your interview with Detective Clark, the CD? It was on CD, correct?
I was just in that little room out there.
So you were just in a room out there listening at your, who had you doing that?
Ken, Martin.
I thought you said you and Ken ain't talking.
We ain't talked until I got to the courthouse today.
What you and Ken talk about at the courthouse? Tell the jury.
We talked about everything that I told the detectives, and he was like, he was gonna let me listen to the recording that they recorded when I told Detective Clark, and they played the CD, what I said. I guess to refreshing my memory.
What was on that CD that Mr. Ken Long just heard you listen at today?
Everything that I said to the detective.
So it was today.
Yes.
Was that CD, did it look like this? Did it look like this?
Sort of, yes.
It looked like this?
Sort of, yes.
And you listening at today, what today's date is?
I don't know what they, none.
Judge, I would like to send this CD into evidence.
What number?
What we 16 or 17?
17.
Marking as 17.
I think we have the same foundation issue, Judge, asking questions about that. And that appears to be a CD that we prepared, gave you.
What, I'd be more than happy to use it, don't make no difference.
Well, this is your evidence, so I'll let you do what you think you need to do, and I'll have to rule on it. So you want him to hold that?
Yeah,
You want the witness to hold that?
Yeah, I mean, he can, I mean,
Go forward.
Mr. Nick, that look like, is it, the defendant is it, what is 17?
Yes,
Does that look like the CD that you listened at a while ago, sir?
it's not the same one, but
Is it similar?
yes.
What's the difference here, Mr. Nick?
The difference is there was 2 CDs, 2 discs.
This Detective Clark, this is not the one with Detective Rebecca Shaw, Detective Clark. We're talking about March 24, 2011, you and Detective Clark, sir.
Okay.
So you familiar with that? You and Detective Clark, the first interview?
Yes.
Okay. Don't that appear to be the same CD or similar to what you were looking at?
Yes.
Judge, I'd like to tell the defendant exhibit 17 of evidence.
Yes, sir. Can I look at that again, Judge? He's offering it, I have no objection, offering it in its entirety.
17 is admitted. Now, is there something,
Judge,
this is not something that,
could very well be. He's offered it at this time.
I wouldn't think so.
well, I don't know.
You want the jury to leave off, you see it?
I'm letting you run, this is your part of the case.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you run it the way, within the rules as I can. You're,
Thanks.
I just have to deal with objections and misspelling.
Mr. Leary, you recall talking about the reward money during that interview, is that correct?
Yes.
I'd like to refer to your member on parts of your conversation with Detective Clark about the reward money. Right. I think that we do.
I had seen
I'm sorry.
Now, that CD has 2 different interviews.
a lot of shades.
No,
The CD has 2 different interviews. If that's the case, you need to identify which one that he's playing.
This particular CD had one interview. It's not with Ms. Rebecca Shaw. I know what he's talking about. This is not that. It's with Detective Clark. There's 2 parts, both parts with him and Detective Clark.
The CD itself that he had, but this says 2 interviews by Detective Clark. And that's what's on the face of that particular CD. So there's 2 different interviews by Detective Clark.
No, it's the 2 parts, but it's the same interview, same day. Now, if he wanna see for himself before we proceed, I have no problem with
It's
it.
in evidence now.
We would need to identify what part he's talking about, then if that's, his understanding is two different parts.
Okay, well,
Two
this-
different entities.
Well, this is your first part of your interview with Detective Clark, Mr. Lanier.
How long is this last?
No, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, I just got sections, I already got it known off the time, you know, didn't wanna be time consuming. And at the time, I'm only talking about reward money. They save us a lot of time here. If I'm wrong, I straighten.
She kind of mentioned, what it was, so we kind of got our hands like, talking about kids, so we were there, but, what I'm saying, I wanted to, I know they had the reward and shit, so I was like, what I'm saying, we're talking about college and folk, what I'm saying, they're trying to get reward, man, but he was like, I don't know, put down to right, he was just telling me about some more shit, like, what I'm saying.
Didn't you just tell Detective Clark, we were talking about the reward money, but Jenkins said he didn't want to put my crumb on the dashboard? Didn't you just say that?
Yeah, that.
Go back again, refresh it. Judge 235.
I think he played it when he answered the question.
Well, I thought he just heard something.
He heard what he heard, they heard what they heard. So
Okay, you're right.
it's
You're right.
something else.
I also like you to look at 338 to 350, Mr. Lanier. We're gonna go 338 to 350.
Shit, I call these folk and they don't know because like the water, man, I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I really would like get that money with it, just like right in and out, like shit, I know, damn, he would probably kill me on wrong, so I like shit. Basically, that's it.
I think I went over, Judge. Got it. Then you tell Detective Clark that you wanted reward money.
Yeah, I told him I wanted the award money after you had did what you did. I mean, yeah, I did. I couldn't, it's not like I could have got any kind of get back after we Let me ask you this again.
I'm sorry, y'all. Let's go from 850 to 823.
Like, if anything happened, like, they would come back, then, you know, if the war still at the same thing, right? So, like, you know, I'm smooth, like, I mean, shit, it's already out there now, like, if anything happened, like, I mean, I want that reward, but
Again, did you just tell him you want the reward?
yeah, I want that reward. I couldn't do nothing about it after you done did what you did to me, so, you know, if it was any type of way that I could get any satisfaction without putting myself in jeopardy or putting my family in jeopardy, then yeah, if I could have got some money instead of killing you and me being on trial for murder, then yes.
Okay. Let's go from 823 to 858 and see if you talk some more about the reward money, Mr. Lanier.
Yeah, like, if you don't get caught today, he might try to come back over there and say you're up to that path on follow trial, but if he got any, I know Jamie. How can you get in touch with us if he comes over there? That's what I'm saying. It really had to be like real quick, like it gotta be like. Can you down stop down? Would you be able to call myself though? Yeah, I can do that. Cause it's like you feel comfortable around me. Cause you know I really know Jamie that good, but you know me and his brother rolled up together, but he was in prison, so you know he trusted me enough to come.
Did you get to talk to him again about reward?
I mean, yes, I did. I talked to him about the reward money, but Like I said, this is all after the fact that you came to my grandma's house and put a gun in my face in front of my child and threatened to kill my grandmama. So, I mean, after that point, when I talked to the detective, I was scared. I didn't know if he was gonna come back to my house again the next night, and this time maybe have me and my grandmama and my child in that hostage. So yes, I did talk about some reward money, because I mean, why not?
Let's go from 1330 to 1423 unit take part, talking about the war money. You're on 1330, and make sure I'm right, 1330 to 1423.
Everybody, so, them two places right there. And if anything happen, if y'all do catch me, he gonna need two places anyway.
Yeah, you definitely, all the information you're giving, definitely be in line with that, no doubt about it. But I need you to have some kind of contact with me. You need to, that's my cell phone number.
Yeah.
Any contact you get.
You don't want that probation shit, man. I really don't want it. And I mean, I don't really want it to be like a friend, okay, mama knows she a correspondent with me and shit like that. So I don't want to make no seem like, oh, he talking to the police.
This conversation between me and you, matter of fact, this stage right here, all this other information is good, need to know information right now.
Well, Detective Clark tell you to stay in touch with him for this reward money.
Yeah.
Reward, right?
You was still on the run. Everybody didn't know where you was at. So he thought that maybe that you would try to come back to my house.
But you said you were scared of me, but you were willing to take a chance with me with a reward money, right?
I mean, what can I do if you show up at my house with a gun and I'm there with no gun? I mean, I'm not no fool. I'm not gonna not do what you say to do. And you got a gun, you in control. You already done told me you done kill somebody and you will kill again. I mean, like, what am I supposed to do?
Let's just listen from 1830 to 1919, sir. More of the reward money now.
Okay. Call me. I need you to stay in touch with me. Call me tomorrow from your mom's house.
Call you when I get home.
Yeah.
See,
Stay in touch. If you want
I
to,
don't know if I call this on 1-3 from the home because they don't got long distance.
that ain't long distance.
He said 1-3.
Yeah, that's my cell. That's my cell phone. I'm sorry. Let me put it down. 706. Yeah, 706-713. That's AT&T. Yeah. Stay in touch with me. I need you to call me and check back with me every day. All right. If you want this reward money, it's $50,000. Basically, you don't have to do nothing. All you got to do is tell me, hey, you coming over, or if he pops up, tell me, hey, Jay, you can play it off.
Mr. Lanier, didn't Detective Clark give you his phone number, tell you to stay in touch with him about the reward money?
No, he told me to stay in touch with him if I had any contact with you.
Didn't he just say, stay in touch with me if you want this $50,000 reward money? Did he just say that?
I mean, yes, the reward money was definitely a topic of the discussion, but at the same time, it was more basically on my safety and you coming there and freaking out on me again. And, basically that was, that's what it was about. It was about the money, but it wasn't all about the money. How you trying to put it, because at the end of the day, like, and you killing me and my grandmama, like, how can I spend the money anyway if I'm dead? So I was just trying to make sure if you came back and you nutted up and went crazy on me again, that I would have somebody close by to be able to apprehend you and maybe, get the money at the same time. I mean, why not?
You were motivated by that reward money, ain't that correct?
I was motivated by you putting a gun in my face.
Did I have a chance to shoot you with that gun? Did I have a chance to do it?
Yes.
Did I do it?
No.
And did me and you talk we all just stupid here, right? You say you're lying, then you say.
I didn't say, what did I say something about the reward money?
Just a moment.
That's improper.
What are you gonna do? Sustain.
Now, Ms. Lanier, at any time during your interview with the Detective Clark, in the first interview or the second interview with him and Ms. Rebecca Shaw, did you tell them that you didn't want to come to court and testify?
That's what I told him,
Why did you tell them you didn't want to come to court and testify?
because I didn't want to come to court and testify.
Okay, did the reward money kind of burn you in your pants a little bit to make you get here?
I told him off the rip. I told him before, as soon as we were talking about the reward money, even if it would have been in play, I told him that I wasn't going to come to court. I wasn't going to testify against you, even if I would have got the money.
Well, I thought you said you wanted to kill.
I did.
Well, why didn't you want to come to court and testify against me? You want to kill?
Who want to come to court? Who want to go through something like this?
Well, you doing it. I mean,
Your Honor, he's having a back and forth kind of argumentative with the witness, and that's not proper.
Sustain.
okay. Mr. Lanier, long story short, you wrote the prosecutor and tell him cut you a deal to get rid of your charge, you'll come testify on me.
In so many words,
Okay. You also told the Detective Clark that you want some reward money pertaining to Jacob Hood. Is that correct?
40 years ago, when all this happened, after you did what you did to me, yes, I did.
Mr. Lanier, when you get out of prison, just straight your life up, man.
Yeah, that's not.
Hey, I'm through, Judge. I'm through.
Yeah, that's not.
All right.
Just straight your life up.
Yeah,
That's, no more comments, just questions. All right. Redirect.
Mr. Lanier, let me ask you. You wrote that letter about over a month ago, is that correct?
Yeah,
You said you wanted a deal, is that correct?
yes,
Did you get a deal?
no,
Are you still in jail now?
yes,
Right now, as you sit, you have chains on you?
yes,
Is that how you were brought here to court?
yes,
Did you ever receive any reward money?
no,
That's all I have.
Recross.
Didn't want to do it, he got back up. Mr. Lanier,
yes.
after you wrote Mr. Ramon, did you force him to subpoena you?
No, I was subpoenaed maybe 4 months ago in court.
You said that you wanted their office and you looked at tape and rehearsed tape before you come in and testify, is that correct?
Today, yes,
You did. Did you ask Mr. Long to bring you in his office and the district attorney office to show you tape or listen to tape? Did you write him and tell him you want to do that?
no,
He did that on his own accord, right?
yes.
No more questions.
Nothing further at this will on this time.
Why doesn't it go back to the jury room, please? Yeah, we'll take that. We'll do that. Stu. Thank you. Y'all ready with the next witness, and we can head down?
Yes, sir.